Hey Subbies and Friends, this is Lady T and I'm coming in because I'm about to detangle my natural hair and I have these braids in my hair. Lately I've been wearing my hair in 4 braids, okay, to keep it stretched. I did add some oil and a little bit of water with apple cider vinegar with my little water bottle here to my hair a couple of days ago because for some reason I cannot get to my natural hair in order to wash it. I keep getting to the stretching and the oil and all that. So right now I'm just about to literally go through my hair and comb it. Today I'm going to be using grapeseed oil and just a comb, okay, to detangle my hair so that I can just wash this hair. Because I don't like to wash my hair and not comb it first. So yes, I do use combs. Usually I start from the back. But I think because I'm going live here, I'm going to just start from the front so you guys can see what I'm doing. If you don't know what to do with your hair at night, putting it in 4 braids, I'm not sure what your hair length is, but putting it in braids helps a lot with stretching it and keeping it where if you needed to wear like a twist style or something like that, you could easily transition this into a twist style. But I've been doing that for far too long and my hair is becoming dry and brittle. So it's time to get it combed so I can just I tend to wash my hair in the shower because then I can do 2 things at once. So some of my shedded hair came out when I re-braided these about 2 days ago and added just some grapeseed oil to it. Okay, so it's a bit stretched. I put a little castor oil on my scalp to help smooth it a little bit, but I'm sure I'm still going to have some work to do here because it's not moisturized as nicely as it could have been. So right now I'm just kind of using my fingers to pull any extra shedded hair out. And before I add the comb, but you'll notice it's quite brittle. But it's stretched, so it shouldn't be so bad with my hair. So I see there's one person watching. How was your day today? Today was a good day. I ran some errands. I've been wanting to get some honey in this house for a while now, so I went to get me some honey. And then as soon as I'm looking for my honey, some guy just says to me, "You got to get the good stuff," because I don't buy the real expensive honey. Okay, I spend a good amount on my honey, but I don't buy a lot. Like I literally went to the store and got some honey, and I get this one right here, the big one from Wegmans. This is huge. Okay, this is ridiculous because I love my tea and I like honey. And he was like, "No, you need to get the good stuff." Now that honey to me is only $13. That's not bad for a big old container of honey. I think this is a 80 ounce. I know that's probably crazy, but I love my tea, okay? And that's all I use it for is tea. And I guess a lot of people my sister loves the Manuka honey. I'm sure it's a good honey, but I refuse to pay $20 for a small can of honey. A small bottle of honey. But maybe if I researched the benefits, maybe I would switch, but I don't know. That just seems like a lot for honey. So it was just weird. Some random guy, as you can see, a little bit more hair is shedding. Just walk, I don't even know him. Just as soon as he saw me glazing or glancing at the honey, he just thought that he could tell me his opinion. I looked at him and I said, well, for $22, for the Manuka, because he didn't tell me which one I should get, but I'm guessing he meant the Manuka one. And I'm like, for $22, that little bottle better be good. And I just went about my business. But I don't know about you, but I tend to attract random people wanting to talk to me. And I'm kind of like the type of person, although I'm extremely social and friendly when I want to be, I tend to, when I'm in the store shopping, I'm kind of like to the point and want to just get in and out. But I always attract people who want to talk to me or who want to just random conversations. I can be looking for water. I can be looking for something and have a moment where I'm standing there. And so it's always someone who wants to have a conversation with me. And sometimes I am open to it. I mean, I am, but a lot of times I just wonder, like, why are these people talk like random people just talking to me and telling me what to do or telling me about their day or telling me something. I said I must look friendly, but a lot of times I'm just trying to get in and out. But that guy was just a prime example of me sitting there in my own zone, wondering, trying to figure out which honey to get. And I listened to him tell me, wow, you got to get the good stuff. Okay, so you can see as you use your fingers, you get quite a bit of hair out without even using the comb. Okay, and I'm just kind of also allowing my hair to just kind of soften with just the oil. And one thing I know a lot of people like adding, the typical person adds moisture, conditioners, and I'm sure that stuff works great for their hair. But my hair is the hair strands are very fine. Even though it might look somewhat thick, my hair strands are extremely fine, and they don't always like to add water when it's in a condition that it's in. It's been at least, I don't even want to say how long it's been since I washed my hair. Let's just say it's been over a month. And my hair is unpredictable when it's like this. So if I was to add some type of conditioner or a bunch of water to my hair, I feel from my experience that my hair would literally just knot up. Like right now, I can feel these knots because I'm used to this texture of my hair. And it could just be a psychological thing. But I don't know. I haven't really gotten too comfortable with using not water on my hair. Water and a bunch of conditioner just to detangle it. I wish that stuff worked for my hair because I see girls on YouTube when they're tangling their hair, they can just soak it in water and their curls are just, the hair is just detangling and it looks so easy. They put these denim brushes and all this stuff on their hair. And I'm like, and I've tried it before because I've been doing this for a while now. And I've always had really bad experiences with, I'm just grabbing some clips. I've always had really bad experiences with denim brushes. So right now I'm just taking a section and I'm going to start using my comb. And I'm really just on here because I got to do my hair anyway. And I felt like, I had a minute. And it's late and I don't feel like doing this, but it's got to get done, right? So at this point, it shouldn't be too hard for me to comb my hair. I guess I'll grab another clip because the more organized you are, the easier it is for your hair. But I'm really just in that mode. This is me for real, trying to get through my hair. So I'm going to put it right back in these 4 braids so that I can literally just get in the shower tomorrow or tonight, likely tomorrow, and have this hair washed. There's no reason for this. Because in this winter weather, you don't want to be leaving your hair without being washed. My biggest issue is these roots. For some reason, my roots always want to be a lot more thicker than the rest of my hair. And this is just my hair stretched. Once it gets wet, it'll curl up and look much thicker than what it is. But when it's stretched in these braids, the good thing about it, you can really see I don't have really thick hair. But my hair, it likes to, it stretches very well, but it also can get really kinky, which makes for a fun texture, but I call it a high maintenance texture. I'm gonna add a little more oil right after the comment, but that was easy. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing here. My hair absolutely loves grapeseed oil. It's one of the few oils I can use on my hair texture, and it actually it gives the feel like it's moisturized. It's not moisturized because it's an oil, but it at least makes my hair strands feel soft and lubricated and protected in a sense. So I'm just going through. Of course, you want to start from the ends to the root. Even though I tend to like to go to the top, then back to the bottom. I just have issues focusing. I tend to just start with the bottom, go to the top, go to the middle. But this is helping get that shedded hair out. I absolutely have learned to love combs. When I first became natural, I did not use combs because, when you first become natural, it was all about hair growth and trying to retain all the hair you could. And, but I just love combs now because it helps to get all that shedded hair out. Yes, of course, you're going to get more breakage than if you just used your fingers. I'm just doing this because I want to get it out the way. but I think I don't get that much breakage to be concerned about it. And the what how manageable my hair is outweighs any little extra breakage I might get. But if you take your time with the comb, it won't be so bad. You know, everything is just about being patient with your hair. And I'm just putting this twist in because I don't want to have it rough up with the other hair. So far, just from using my fingers in the comb in that small section, this is what came out. Okay. Now remember, when your hair is a little longer, the shedding may look a little worse than it is, as well as my hair, like I said, hasn't been washed in over a month. Okay. And it's been, I tend to leave my hair in the in these 4 braids. I will literally sit and leave my hair in these 4 braids and wear hats and scarves to run my errands and do what I need to do. And it's been amazing because my hair has actually been growing from it. Okay, so there has been some challenges that I've had though with wearing my hair in these 4 braids. You have to really make sure when you're wearing hats and scarves that your edges are protected, because it's very easy for those scarves to ride up and brush up against your edges and cause them to become shorter. Because I did experience a little breakage, especially from hats, because the ridges or the edge of the hat will rub up on your ends. And see how I like to start from the top when I should be starting from the bottom. But whatever it takes, guys, whatever it takes. I'm just getting this shedded hair, and I want to make sure it's detangled as good as I can before I go in the shower. When I use combs to detangle, and everyone doesn't need to use a comb, use whatever method you choose and what you're comfortable with. I have really no hair in the shower when I wash my hair. I have very little hair that sheds from the shower. And I really love that because I cannot stand having a whole bunch of hair in the shower all over my hands. So this really helps me to not run into any knots. When I used to do my natural hair back in the day, and I would do like no combs and I would just use my fingers, one, it felt like it took longer to detangle as my hair got longer. But also, I would run into these knots and mats while I was washing my hair and all that, because it wasn't really, to me, getting all the shedded hair out. Or maybe I just wasn't patient enough. So here we go, the root's a little thick. Then I go back to the bottom. And without pulling on the hair, holding the top part. And the thing I like about this comb is that it's flexible. It's not a very firm comb, so it moves with my hair, and I can really feel the areas where my hair might be being a little pulled on. So I love these combs. I don't even know where I got this flexible like comb from. I'm sure it was probably cheap, but I do love this comb. I don't really use wide tooth combs because they're a little too firm for me to tell what's going on with my hair. When I'm using it on my hair, it doesn't bend. So it's very easy with a wide tooth comb or a very hard plastic comb to pull your more hair out. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, this is just shedded hair. Okay. Not really worried about it. And then I like to just really make sure it's detangled. After I do it in small sections, I do like to take the comb again, a little bigger section. Because I really want this. Any hair that wants to come out, I want it to come out. But I also don't, because I get knots when you have that shedded hair just hanging around. And I need my hair trimmed. I'm just putting the section that I've already did and keep on putting into one big twist. I used to always wear my hair in twists, I have grown to really like braids because it just stretches my hair so well. When I used to wear my hair twisted and sectioned off, it just seemed like it just seemed like the roots was out of control. Just my twist allowed way too much room for my hair to knot. Okay, right now my hair looks really stretched because it's just a matter of stretching it and putting oil. I haven't put much water on it, so when I do the twist, it looks quite stretched. But I'm gonna see which side should I start with. I don't want to start from this. This is more of the kinkier side here. And this is from days of adding oil and a little bit of water to my hair and allowing it to naturally stretch because I knew I was going to have to wash it. But what I was running into is not getting to it. And then by the time I'm supposed to get to my hair, it's matted again at the top. So we're going to do today online so that I can just get this done. Okay, let's see. Just going to make this a little smaller. Add a little grapeseed oil to it. This is the kinkier side of my hair. Okay. I don't know about you, but I have been loving hats this fall because, I don't know, I can wear a protective style under them and just leave my hair alone. But I do want to improve my wash routine, especially this time of year because the hair just gets so dry. And it's like if I can get to washing my hair every week and then just doing it right back in my little 4 braids because the way I be wearing my scarves and if I want to wear a twist out, it's so easy just to take the 4 braids out and do a twist out and then put the 4 braids back in. But I want to be washing my hair more just so that, you know, it can stay as healthy as possible and have less matted hair because I'm convinced that the matted hair is coming from the dryness and the dirt. But it's so funny. I don't like to do the ends. I like to go to the top. But I got to remember the ends first. And I'll be honest, I have a crimp in my back. I don't know about you, but as you get older, you can move in any direction too fast and end up with a crimp in your back. So I'm in an awkward position right now. I don't know about you, but I can't stand sometimes doing the back of my hair. So awkward. And it's even more awkward when you have a crimp in your back. But I'm just trying to get that hair out, that shedded hair. Okay. Taking my sweet time so I don't pull out too much of my hair. Hopefully this doesn't take more than an hour because I did do quite a bit of stretching before. Okay. All right, that was pretty good. That section was quite matted, but no knots. So I'm always happy when I don't have a knot. But then I gotta cut my hair. I'm just gonna work my way to the front because the front probably will be the easiest. My hair is funny because it be looking so fine and thin when it's stretched, but then it fluffs up because then when I look at my shedded hair, it always looks like so much more than it actually is because my hair is like a cotton ball. It's very misleading. It'll look very fine, and then it's like when it's in the fro, it'll look really thick. So it's like, what's really going on? Okay, let me do a little bit of finger detangling here. Seeing if I feel anything. Here wants to come out. Sometimes I just want to throw my hair in some braids and not think about it. But who got time for that? I actually used to do my own braids years ago, so I know how to do them. But it's just so time consuming. I don't know how I used to sit and braid my hair like that when I was in, like, years ago when I was in college, over like 10 years ago. I would wear braids all the time. No, like, anybody got 6 hours and 8 hours to be braiding their hair? Not me. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I use my fingers first. If you are a naturalista and you're watching this, what do you do to detangle your hair? Are you more of a wet detangler or are you more of a dry detangler? Because I really do think there's a difference with hair texture. With natural hair, there is definitely not a one size fits all. And it's also about your temperament and your personality too. For me, it's all about how the hair feels. If I don't like how it feels, the texture, then I don't want to do it. Like, when my hair is wet sometime, it can feel stringy and weird. So I'm like, I haven't found a product yet that makes me feel comfortable detangling it wet. I do like using a little cheap conditioners every once in a while. I will do that. But then I have to put aloe vera in it and add oils. I don't typically just use them as they are, because they usually don't have enough slip for me. I used to really like that Giovanni Silky Experience. No, not Giovanni, VO5 Silky Experience brand, but it's so hard to find that in the stores. You only find the regular VO5, which is okay. I've been really liking the regular VO5 with the avocado in it. I've been loving avocado oil. But when I try to get avocado oil online, it's been sold out at the site I go to. So I gotta see what's up with that. But I really have been loving avocado oil this year. I've been cooking with it. I, you know, when they had it in stock, I was using it on my hair. It was amazing. I like I said, the VO5 with avocado oil. So I'm just like, but usually I use the VO5 Silky Experience, and I can't remember which one it was. I think it was like the cashmere and honey or something cashmere, and I used to love that. But I have to go to Amazon to actually buy it. So I'm like, I usually don't get to it because when I have to go online for something and I run out, sometimes there's a bit of a delay getting it back. My roots are just so thick when it comes to my hair. At least it looks that way right now. Maybe that's a lot of new growth because I have been wearing these braids for a while now. See, I tend to get messy. Let me see if I can get this back in order. I'm gonna eventually try and do my hair after it's when I wash it more frequently with a conditioner, because I wouldn't dare put a conditioner on my hair because a lot of hair is being shedded right now because it's been a while since I washed it, and I wouldn't want a bunch of conditioner and wetness. I don't personally like touching wet hair when it's all like shedding. Kind of freaks me out when it's wet and a bunch of it is coming out because you went months without washing it. So I'm like, I don't think I want it to be wet on top of it. And then sometimes it's dirty and it's just not my cup of tea. But some people don't mind it. Some people don't like the oils, or the combs because they feel that they're, damaging the hair. But I personally love my hair thoroughly detangled so I can actually put my fingers through my roots. Because as you can see, I have thick roots. Oh my goodness. Like when I can move my hair very easily and it doesn't get stuck. I'm just moving very gently. I'm just going to throw this in a little braid. I mean twist. Dang, I'm looking at the time like it's already 25 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to. I'm so lazy. I don't feel like putting my clip on. Okay. This is the part of dealing with your natural hair that you just, when you think about the next time you got to do it, you're like, oh, I don't want to do it. It took me 25 minutes just to do one side, and there's 4 sides. You know, is there an easier way? Has to be. Not really. The only easiest way I can think of is being more consistent with the wash routine and stretch routine, and then it won't take as much work to actually detangle. But I personally feel like me doing those braids with the oil and a little bit of my water made this process way much easier than it would have been had I just not touched my hair for weeks and then tried it, left it in the braids. Because as you can see, this is not having the comb is not having a problem getting through my hair. I mean, of course, you got to move a little slow, but trust me, this hair has seen all kinds of knots and mats because I am a lazy natural. I get lazy, but I love being natural. So I hold on like with a thread, and these 4 braids have been saving me. So long as you can be creative with when you leave the house, you can actually survive being natural. It's a simple protective style like that. Now here goes a situation where I think this is a knot. Right? I can sit here and keep playing with these little strands, or I can cut it. I'm gonna cut it because I already know it's not coming out because it's lubricated. See? Just 2 strands hanging on. These probably aren't even the best scissors, but they work. Let's see. Grapeseed oil be amazing me how I don't think I could use any other oil and my hair behaves this way. You know, some oils I feel like when I put them on my hair, they just are oils. You know, they don't make the hair fluff up. They just coat the hair like oil. This kind of feels like it makes my hair go into a puff a little bit. You know, because if you notice when I first took the braid out, my hair was kind of brittle. It's not brittle right now. It's slowly moving into a cotton ball, which is great because it's called I personally believe the grape, because my hair had a little bit of moisture, which I didn't put any moisture on it today, but the grapeseed oil is helping the hair strands just turn. I feel like it helps them to separate somehow. My hair personally loves vegetable oils over protein oils. Like, yeah, certain protein oils, my hair, it just doesn't do it for my hair. Not for something like this. Maybe if I'm just putting it on with actually, I'm going to put this back in a braid. If I'm just putting it on with like a twist out over some moisture, okay. But if I'm trying to detangle, I can't just use anything. I just typically stick with grapeseed, or I really love avocado oil. So hopefully that'll be coming on the scene soon. So as I get it kind of, I know I didn't went through it. I'm about to put my braid back in. And I'm hoping I get to wash it tomorrow. The sooner the better. And it looks like so much hair has shedded and come out because again my hair is fluffy, so it always looks more than what it is. I'm just about to braid this hair. I'll just put more grapeseed oil. I kind of do overdo it with this because it's not going to hurt it. Alright, so now when I do my braid, I just part toward the front, 3 sections, grab that joint and just braid it. And just, of course you want to keep them separated. I don't do all the crossing over and all that some people do. I just keep the same 3 strand so it'll be easy to remove it. Okay. And then when I get towards the end, which is, I try to go a little higher up, I do a twist so the edge ends aren't so bad. But because I'm seeing hair sticking out and all that, I'm sure it's hair that just wants to shed. I'm gonna just trim it off. It's just a little random situation, and then I just do that with the end. And I'm going to go to, I feel like I need like a pin or something to hold it down, whatever. I'm going to go to this side. Okay. Oh, I don't know what it is. I'm always getting cramps. I don't know if it's the season or what. You wake up and move the wrong way, you got a cramp. I got a cramp in my back. So I'm trying to get on me some yoga or something to help. Usually a good night's sleep helps, but man, getting old. So here's my braid again, coming out from here that has had a little bit of moisture, but it was a few days ago with some grapeseed oil to help kind of stretch it without doing much. It's always good when you can get your hair in a style that will do the work for you. It might take some time, but natural hair is a lot easier when you allow it time. You almost got to get over the idea of fast with natural hair, but there is a ways around it, and the braids is my new way of really stretching. So you can imagine how easy this would be to work into a twist out and how defined this is. And this hair needs to be really clean, but it's not in the worst shape. Okay, one, I don't use a lot of products on my hair that are like heavy ingredients. It's usually just something natural. But okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. It's crazy when you see how much hair actually sheds. But again, my hair is puffy, so it always looks way more than it is. So that's exactly how my afro does. Looks like little braids, but once it's loose, the afro looks a lot bigger than what you would think from this little braid. Let me go ahead and work from the roots down with my grapeseed oil. And this is the Trader Joe's brand of grapeseed oil. Let me see. Okay. I'm just using my fingers for a moment. See where I can detangle with my fingers. Like I said before, I used a little bit of castor oil on my scalp when I put these braids in, because that helps the roots to get a little relaxed as well, a little stretched just by having that lubrication. And then I added a little bit of my apple cider vinegar water to my hair. Okay. And I'm just smoothing using my fingers to pull off the hair that wants to say goodbye. Okay. I know I was talking about honey earlier and how I bought me a big old container of honey because, again, I love me some tea and honey with a little lemon. And I also have honey that I bought particularly for my hair, but I think it's edible. This is some type of Echo Bees Farm, specially harvested raw honey. Now, I think I saw someone do a video with this, and this must have been a while ago. And I bought it. Either they put it on their face or they did a video. If you know anything about this honey, feel free to share in the comments how you use this honey. I'm not even sure. I might have to go back online and look up what I bought it for. But I feel like it was people using it on their skin or their hair. But I just can't see myself putting that on my hair. I'm not really that deep with the natural stuff, you know. Because honey is thick, and I can't even imagine that I bought that for my hair. So it probably was something with my skin. I think my sister uses like the turmeric and honey on her skin. I don't think I've ever done it, but I know she swears by it. So I'm almost 99.9% sure that I did it for my skin. But I also can't see myself using that on my skin. So I have gone through so many phases in the last year. I've used the white rice on my hair. I've used and I really liked it. I mean, it's basically, I'm sure it has the same function as protein. But one thing I loved about the rice, and I wish I have video footage of it. I hope I can find it because my hair looked amazing. I actually used it for a mini twist. I did me some mini twist on my hair. And they made my mini twist look so springy and beautiful and shiny. My hair was looking so, I think I have pictures of it, and maybe I'll show it in a future video if I can pull together the pictures as well as the footage that I took. I couldn't believe how good my hair looked. Only thing I didn't like about the rice water, I think, is that it seemed like it didn't want to rinse off. Like my hair had a very weird texture. You know, almost like there's a knot. Oh no. But the good thing about the oil, it helps with pulling these strands out. And that's like a little dirt matte knot. But the one thing I didn't like about the rice, what is it called? Rice water, is that my hair had this weird film that took a long time to remove. So I would wash my hair and it would still be on there. So I can absolutely see how the rice water can protect your hair because it's probably creating like a protein coat. But the only thing I would say, you have to be careful with it because you don't want something that's preventing your hair from being moisturized, because just like it's blocking moisture out of your hair, I mean blocking, you know, it's holding on to your hair to protect and make it look strong, it's also probably blocking moisture from getting in. But I just know my hair eventually became so brittle. At this point, I'm going to cut it. I'm not going to lose the hair strand. Just cut that little knot off, okay? And that's another example of why the more frequently you wash your hair, the better your hair will be, because those little knots right there are just dirt knots. Okay, but what was I saying? I would say with the rice water, I would absolutely do it again, but I don't know if I used it more than once. Maybe I had it in a spray bottle and was spraying it on my hair. I wouldn't do that again. I would probably use it, make like a concoction, use it one time on my hair for like the mini twist and not apply it again. Don't apply it again because it'll start to, that's the only thing I remember why I didn't continue to use it. But when I tell you my hair looked so shiny and just beautiful, I was like, wow. It was kind of weird watching the rice, what do they call it, fermentate? Something, where it germinates? Something, whatever. Basically, the rice becomes cloudy in the little mason jar in your fridge. It kind of looks a little weird, but I actually might do that soon. I don't know. If I wear mini twists again, I loved mini twists on my hair. I only worn them that one time, but it lasted so long. It looked so shiny and firm and like just polished. I was like, wow, this is the best mini twist, just because of how strong my hair seemed. So that's one thing I have to revisit is the rice water. I also started taking a product called Greek, and I still don't even remember what it's good for. I know it helps, you know, breastfeeding mothers, and I'm not sure the other benefits, but I am going to look more into it because I went through a phase where I was buying it, but time just kind of got away with me. I would hear about something, try it, and then I would forget what the heck I was trying it for. I still have the pills, but I don't really take them anymore. The Greek, I am going to look up what it was about. because I'm sure at the time I was really into it, and then I'm going to share it because I still have the pills. But I feel like I need to get encouraged to take it again because I'm not really sure what the benefits are. I wonder if it assists with hair growth or something. I also was taking something called blackstrap molasses, and I still take that. I know it's the one I take is very good, very high in iron. Even though I take a multivitamin every day that has a good dose of iron, I think I don't know what made me buy the blackstrap molasses with iron because I don't feel that I'm iron deficient, but I just happen to notice it has iron in it, and it never hurts to have iron. So, well, it can if you take too much of it, but that's a whole other story. But yes, I have to look up what the benefits of all this stuff is and share it so that I can remember why the heck I'm taking it. You know, I've been getting more and more into herbs. I used to take the black seed oil, but I stopped taking that because, you know, again, when you have to go online to buy things, sometimes you lose interest in it. And I know you can find black seed oil in regular vitamin stores, but you're always going to pay more in the vitamin store than if you just went online and bought it, you know. So I've been really trying to up my herbs and my oils, especially in these times. You know, I try to keep my vitamin C, my zinc, you know, all that stuff is in a multivitamin with all that's going on in the world. I personally believe if you have health, if you took a vitamin a day and probably ate a salad every week or something, you wouldn't really get sick. I know I don't. So I thank God for that. Um, but yeah, so I have to definitely get out there and get me some more oils. I like to keep tea tree oil in my house, and I've run out of tea tree oil. I've been loving peppermint oil right now. I use peppermint oil on my skin. Sometimes if I have like a weird, like since it just is a beautiful thing. Like when my wrist was hurting for a while, I don't know why. I'm telling you, I get so many aches and pains. It's age. It has to be. And I am a person that's a busybody, so who knows? I could have bumped my wrist, but it has been hurting, right? And I happened to just put me coat some peppermint oil on my wrist, and it just felt so good. It gave like some type of warming sensation. I'm like, I didn't know peppermint oil did all this. Like I know it's peppermint and it's minty and all that, but I didn't think it would go through your skin and just feel like it was giving me a warm massage on my wrist. So I love peppermint oil, and I also been putting peppermint in my tea. You know, that's one of the things I like to make tea and put peppermint, not the oil, but the peppermint tea. And I'll do like the peppermint. I'll do what else I put in my tea. I like to put like a fruit, like a raspberry or peach, and green tea. I have like 4 or 5 tea bags in my tea. But it'd be so good. And that's why I keep my honey around, because I try not to use the sugar if I don't have to. Cut this little knot here. Just a little baby knot. I'm trying to pull some shedded hair. It's not worth fighting with it. I'm going to cut it. You gotta pick your battles in life. But yeah, so anytime I leave the house, I try to bring me some tea with me and like some water. And I also like to put a cough drop in my tea. You know, my tea be on point. And I love me some tea. But I also have to have my coffee though. Yeah. Let me see here. I'm trying to think of what else I got going on these days. Ooh, get this out of my face. I need to do a trim on my hair as well. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about trimming and combs. I know in the natural hair community, not recently, because I haven't been on YouTube that much, and I feel the natural hair community is a lot different now. I think people do what they want to do, but you know, I remember back in the day using the combs and, you know, trimming all the time was the thing. But I so have changed my perspective. I actually agree with using combs, and I also think trimming is very important, because at the end of the day, it can cause having those ratty ends are just going to lead to more problems. When I think of trimming, I think about how you look at a plant, right? I have plants and I love gardening and playing with my plants. That's one another thing I've been into is just learning plants. But one thing about plants is one thing to keep a plant growing and to keep it healthy is you have to get rid of the old dead plants. And you know, when you see a plant and it has a flower that's dying, cut the flower off. Just prune it and you'll see a bunch more flowers grow. And that's how I feel about trimming in a way. I remember I was thinking about, I learned so many lessons from plants, but it's true because why have ratty ends on your hair that's old and they really don't serve a purpose when you can just trim them and your hair immediately looks healthy? Even though they say like our hair is dead, and I do believe based off of course, the chemistry of hair, it is technically dead, but it does seem like when you cut those ends, the hair just looks so much more healthy, you know? Like sometimes I feel bad when I gotta go on my plants and clean them up. Like certain leaves might look a little old and tarnished, and I'll trim around them and clean them up. And the plant amazingly just looks so much happier, you know, just by having those old flowers cut off. You know, I'm telling you, you can learn a lot from life, about life from plants. The ability to let go. I hold on to something dead, you know, even when you think of the people in your life, things that function like weeds that just steal the energy from the plant. That's all it's doing when it's a dead flower. It's just stealing the energy. It's causing the plant to have to feed something that's dying or that's not doing anything for it. But as soon as you trim that old flower or that dead flower, or even sometimes you just trim the flower just to tell the plant to produce more, it actually makes the plant produce more flowers almost immediately. So when I do my outdoor pots, I'm always looking to prune flowers. And I actually have very beautiful plant pots, and I wish I can include some pictures in here just to show you how much they bloom and get so big, okay, from simple little things like pruning. Okay, now that should be good. I'm going to combine these two. And my hair looks quite dull because, once again, it's just oil that I'm using. When you don't use any moisture on natural hair, this is what you get. Dirty looking black hair. But the good thing is it keeps it from tangling too much. And I just can't believe it's almost been an hour and I'm only on the front of my hair. Okay. But at least I'm doing it, right? Uh-oh. Help me, Lord. This is what happens when I do two things at once. What is going on with this? Oh my goodness. Okay. Whew, that was close. All right. So I think I did this section. I was actually thinking how I want to get me some more plants. I have quite a few inside my house. That's one thing where I'm from. It's kind of sad with the 4 seasons when all the plants have to die and outside. I'm like, I need to move somewhere tropical. Like, seriously. So tired of all my plants dying. But one thing I do like to do in the winter is buy plants for my house, because one thing, you know, a lot of times, I don't know about you if you have plants, but they struggle with the cold weather, you know, especially if it's a tropical plant. So I tend to like to buy my plants in the winter so that I can see if it'll survive. Because if it can survive the winter, it can survive the rest of the year in this area in New York. You know what I mean? Buffalo, New York. So this type of weather where it gets cold and, you know, you have the fall, winter. Because I've bought plants and now they would look so beautiful during the summer. And then next thing I know, the sun doesn't come up as much as it usually does. And you watch the plant just kind of die because it's not bright enough, getting enough sun. Or you have a draft in your house and that kills the plant, especially if it's a tropical plant. Ooh, I think I got oil in my eye or something. And, you know, that's why I love plants. It's just so interesting how they are, you know, how the slightest change. And it just can either thrive or it can die. So my sister, we both bought like a money tree. And mine is really happy and blah, blah, blah. It's very big and Hers is like on its last leg, and she didn't understand what was going on with it. I looked at that plant for 5 seconds and I knew what the problem was. One, she was overwatering it. I don't know if she was overwatering it or she was just allowing too much water. Yeah, it was basically overwatered, but a lot of her plant had some type of moss on it that was causing it to, you know how sometimes you buy a plant and it has like some type of mesh covering the dirt? And what was happening was it was making the plant retain too much moisture, because money trees do not need a lot of water. You know what I mean? They actually like to dry out and become extremely dry, and they'll thrive. You don't need to put a lot of water. I noticed immediately that the soil was soaked with water and had all this stuff covering, and I'm like, this poor plant. You know, they say people kill more plants by overwatering them, not underwatering them. And I find that to be true. I will not, most of my plants I do not water more than once a week. You know, and the ones I do water once a week, more than once a week, I know it could survive if I did it only once a week. It's just a plant that has a higher tolerance for water, and it actually likes water. But I know that I can go at least a week with most of my plants, and that they will be perfectly fine. Okay. But anyway, I'm just continuing working my way. I'm thankful that I did take a quick little step the other day and just took the braids out, added some oil to them and a little bit of moisture, because it is making my detangling a lot easier, but it's still time consuming. So this thing with natural hair, you just gotta accept that it's time consuming. You have to, I try to say, oh, I'm gonna give it an hour, but realistically this process is gonna take at least an hour and a half. I tend to notice for some reason, I don't know what it is, it seems the back goes much quicker than the front. I don't know if it's just because it's less hair in the back, but once I get through or maybe I'm just in a better mood by the time I get back there, because I've, you know, awakened. Look, here's another dirt knot. These are usually easy to remove because it's like once the oil gets on them, they just kind of melt away. It's another reason I love my oils, because you see how it just kind of melts away. Of course, it's going to take some hair with it, but I don't want to put a comb right directly on that. I kind of want to see how much I can do with my fingers. Oh, I'm kind of pulling my hair there. So sometimes I gotta remind myself to slow down. But even before I put the comb, you're gonna just get that oil moving through the hair. Yeah. You tell it's been a while since I washed my hair, because the shedding hair is like goodbye. I'll be honest, it's been like 2 months. It's been bad. I actually wrote on my calendar the last time I washed my hair, so I could purposely know how long it was taking. Because once I put my hair in these protective styles and I be on a mission, I'd be like, oh, I gotta wash my hair. Okay, let me detangle it. The detangling process is so important, but it's one of the things that will absolutely cause a delay for me. Cause me to say, up, because I'm not gonna touch my hair if it's not detangled. I'm not gonna do that to myself. And, you know, I can't imagine anybody who does their natural hair and don't detangle it. Maybe there are people, because I've seen women and people who just understand their hair. They just get it. They just put a bunch of conditioner on that hair, and next thing you know, their hair is just ready to go. And it could be a texture thing. This texture right here is, I call it high maintenance. It's not having it. I'd be scared of my texture, because it is no joke. It's a learning process for me. And a lot of my problem is I'm not very consistent in terms. I am so normal. It's so normal for me to just lock my hair away. Like I was saying before, when I was in college, I literally wore weave braids most of my college years. So even then, I never really built a relationship with my hair. Then when I became natural, yes, my habits became better, but a lot of my success and hair growth came from just leaving it alone, to be honest. You know, it wasn't because I was doing everything right. I mean, when I first was natural, I feel I did a lot better. I was more on my weekly routine because I was so excited about it. And you know how when you're excited about something, you don't know if your hair is going to grow, and you just want to see if it's going to grow. So that alone was like giving me the motivation and trying all the different products. Then once I realized that I knew what I was doing and I knew my hair could grow, there goes the lazy gene again. You know, it's like when you're not worried about it, you're like, oh, I know what to do to make it grow. I know it will grow. I'll skip a week. I know it's not really hurting my hair. It's just going to make a little more work next time. Might lose a little more hair, whatever. I know how to get it to grow. I ain't worried about it. See, right now, I got a little knot here because I'm moving to the back where my hair is. You know what I'm going to do right now? I need to get this out of my way. But right now, you got this knot. So that's why I like to use my fingers. Because sometimes your hair can look like it's detangled. And then when you use your fingers and you get all up close and personal on it, you realize, nope. And I be having the weirdest knots at the root of my hair. Something about the top of my hair. It's just kinky at the roots. Uh-oh, see? That knot about to take some hair with it. So I'm going to try to pull the strands out. Just another gum knot. Dirt, dirt, dirt. Okay. Getting this hair combed. See, once I get this part loose, everything else is easy. But all the shedded hair is coming right from up there. That's why it's matted. That's okay. Get it on now. It's amazing when I see how much hair actually comes out after doing my whole hair, but it's quite consistent. Okay. But it be looking crazy. You'd be like, I be thinking, how do I have hair left? Okay, we're almost through here. We're almost done with the front, and we are almost at 1 hour. That is crazy to think it take 1 hour, even when I pre-treated my hair. It's crazy. Okay. I want to know how long it takes y'all to, on average, to detangle your hair and what length your hair is. So I feel like when your hair is shorter, so much easier to detangle. But I do see women who put just a bunch, at least on the video, look like they're putting a bunch of conditioner on their hair, and it's just combing through it, maybe moving through it. I've been there, tried that, does not work for me. I remember when I first tried the denim brush, and I probably didn't know what I was doing because I was trying to follow the video and just comb through my hair. Man, my hair came off. So much of my hair came out. I said, oh no, this is not for me. I gotta take my time with this hair because it's strong. It's strong, but it's also fragile in a way because the strands they have to be at a good moisture level or a good level, and that my hair is very strong. That's why I like grapeseed oil because I could tell by how it feels. My hair can handle this comb better. But you use the wrong products on this hair, it'll be a whole different experience. And I can't stand, like I said, when it becomes ratty feeling or just stringy, you know, from being stripped. When my hair is in a cottony state, like right now, it's quite strong. Now, after I combed my hair just now, of course, I can put conditioner on it. It would be just fine. But personally, starting from where it was, with all these gunk knots and matted roots, and I put conditioner, some people might feel, oh, the conditioner will calm the roots and make everything work out perfect. That has not been my experience. I wish that's all it did take, with some slippery conditioner to just move all this out. Maybe one day I'll play around with a few conditioners, and maybe I'll discover that works for me. But I think I did that a few weeks ago, or when I washed my hair the last time. I used that Avocado VO5 Avocado, and although it did a good job, I just didn't like how it felt. And just, you know, when your hair is coming out when it's wet, that bugs me. You know, wet hair and it's coming out. I can handle when it's dry and I see it shedding, but when it's wet and it's all over your hands and crap like that, that irks me. I don't enjoy it, the process. I don't enjoy the process, period, but I really be like, ugh, you know. But now I'm just going to throw this one in the braid. And like I said, I part toward the front of my hair. Let me see here. I don't know what I'm doing. See, it's getting late and I'm getting tired, but I am so happy that I'm working my way through because then when I wake up and take a shower, it's nothing to wash it. That's the fun part. And I'm going to throw it right back in these braids. These days, I'm not doing a whole lot of styling because a girl be on a mission. And that's a benefit sometimes when you have natural hair and if you want it to grow and be healthy, is sometimes you need to just leave it alone. Find some type of janky protective style and just make it, you can be on your way. Get you some cute hats. This is the season I can get away with it. Get some cute hats. And took these 4 braids, honey. Pin them back. You think I don't? Come on. I sure do. But every once in a while, I tip my hair out and let the fro shine through, especially if I want to moisturize it and just so easy. I just come home, put these braids right back in with some water and some olive oil. I ain't gonna lie, I love my 4 braids. Okay. I'm like, I used to come home, put my hair in bantu knots and twists, and the twists just don't hold up the same. They be coming loose. I wish I knew how to 2-strand twist, because I would have all kind of hairstyles. I tried that too this year. I was watching videos and all that. I said, oh no, this is my hair. I was pulling my hair out. I said, oh no, I don't know what I'm doing. I said, I'm just gonna let my sister braid my hair or something. Because me trying to 2-strand twist, I know how to 2-strand twist like only on the sides of my hair for like half of my hair in a cute little style. You know what I mean? But trying to 2-strand twist, like how these girls be having those really cool hairstyles. Please, I wish I could do that. I would have no problem with protective styling if I could do it. I'm going to keep practicing though, because I was catching on, but I just think like when I got to like the back of my hair, I'd be trying to do certain styles. It was just not working all okay. It was like I just couldn't get it. And then I got irritated because I started noticing I was pulling my hair out. So it's like, I don't think so. It's not worth that. I'm going to put my 4 braids back in. So what I'm doing again is putting my oil, getting as much shedded hair out with the easy, just touching and moving the hair, looking for little knots, which love to happen right at the root area. But I'm telling you, don't sleep on braids. As you can see how easy this would be to be in a twist out. If I had the front out, put a little band on, boom, I'm ready to go. Add a little moisture, and my hair will fluff right up into a little easy fro. And the braid out gives it so much definition, as long as you don't over fluff, and your hair will look great. So I love it. Got a little knot here. Now this is one of my most kinkiest areas of my hair. It's the shorter side of my hair as well, but it's kinkier. Okay, the back, like I said in one video, I was going through a phase where I was trimming my back so it can be even with the rest of my hair, but it always manages to grow longer than the rest of my hair. So right now my goal is to get a comb through this. And it's been an hour-long video. And I only got the front done. Do it take y'all this long to detangle y'all hair? Like, I just want to know. I just gotta know. Okay, let's see. Trying to get this little baby knot right, y'all. So I'm put a little more oil on it. And the back of my hair was not as, I did this front twice with the oil and water, and the back I did once. So I can tell that's why it still looks more kinky, because it hasn't gotten stretched as much as the front. So it almost looks like a different texture in the back. But that's just how my hair is. It's very, it can look very thick and when it's not stretched. It's a blessing and a curse, because when I want, it can be as silky and smooth as I want, but it can also go as kinky as I want. But that's why I run into a lot of knots, because my hair is actually very kinky, but it has very fine hair. I have very fine hair strands, so you know that's why it's so important to keep my hair texture moisturized. So it won't just break off. You know, when I'm having to remove knots or manipulate it. But when it's moisturized, my hair is very strong, as most people's hair is, you know. But see, I'm running into this little guy right here. This is why, as much as I've grown to appreciate combs, I do not skip the finger detangling, even if it's just some soft finger detangling. And this is what causes it to take so long. But I feel it's worth it. Because if I don't meet it now, I'm going to meet it in the shower or after I wash my hair. They're not going to just go out because you put water and conditioner on your hair. So this is where it gets tricky for me because I can't really see, other than this camera, the hair strands. Okay, I got one off. Because the more you can remove a hair strand from that gunk, the more it'll slide. I don't think it's only one on here. Is it one? It's two. Okay, I think I split them. And if I can get just one, but a lot of times you end up just breaking your hair. So if you can't get it off, I just say cut it. Shoot, goodbye. See you later. Okay. I'm just trying to work that oil and just man, what's going on back here? Time to wash it. That's what's going on. Yep, the back is doing something. Cut these little things here. Got a lot of these little gunk knots. I don't know what I got going on back here. Maybe it's from how I sleep. I don't know. Or because the oil cut didn't really settle in as much as the front. Gee, I hate when this happens. But at least it's toward the end of the knot here, so I'll just cut it. I'm not on any type of like hair journey or anything like that right now, so it doesn't even faze me to just cut this off because it's like right at the end, and then these ends need to be cut anyway. But sometimes if I have time, I might play with it just to see if I can get the oil to loosen it up a little bit more. And I can pull the ends off, but a lot of it, what's happening here is it's connecting to the split ends, so they need to be trimmed anyway. You ask yourself, is it worth playing with these strands? Okay, I got one out or two. So I'm like, I feel like pulling on them. You end up losing a whole strand here. I'm gonna say bye-bye. Oops, and of course it's stuck to another strand. All right, goodbye. There's nothing but split ends anyway. At some point, I'll be able to get to some section to comb. I'm scared to comb this part because it's the kinkiest part of my hair. Oh, okay, let's see if we can get through this. All right. Dang, I can't believe it's been an hour. Okay. I don't know why I can't believe it, because that's what natural hair is. Time consuming. It's time consuming. There's nothing we can do about it. Hopefully one day as I get more better with my hair routine and do things more often, things will become easier and maybe less time consuming. I don't know. Might just be wishful thinking though. Okay. As long as I can get a comb through it, I'm happy. Because I know it won't shed a lot in the shower. I'm just trying to make sure that doesn't get mixed up back with it. Let me do my little oil dance here. If I can get some oil moving through these strands. Pretty moisturized though. It's a decent moisture level, but get that oil here. In this section, I may want to take in smaller pieces because it is more kinky. And I'm running into a lot of weird knots because of the curls happening here. But man, that feeling when you just like, will it ever end? How many of y'all feel like that when you're doing your hair? Like, OMG, is it ever? After you even did it for an hour, it's like, will it ever end? Okay, so this is moving off pretty well. Okay, but my fingers did a little preliminary detangling. I'm still running into some little knots here. But the good news is they're little, but they slow you down. And then I start getting impatient at this point. How many of y'all get impatient when you're doing your natural hair and you're like, okay, is this worth my time? Is this worth my time, though? Of course it is. Oh, my back. Oh, Lord. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to grab another clip. Because the more organized, the better for everything and everyone. Let's see. My hair is going to get a little weird in the back because you got the longer pieces mixed with some of the shorter pieces that are trying to catch up. The back middle crown of my hair is more kinky, so it doesn't grow as fast as the rest of my hair. And when it does grow, it grows more kinkier. So it doesn't want to hang down. It kind of goes into its own little tight ball. But that's what makes a great fro when you want to wear your hair out. It rounds it out. So you just have to deal with it. And here's another knot, or call it a knot gunk. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Let me see, is this 2 strands or 1? I think it's only 1, but it's only 1 strand. There's no recourse to pull it off, so I just cut it. Boom. Okay. See, I must just, next time I might start with the back because it seemed like the back is more challenging than the front. But it could just be because I'm just starting. Okay, let's see. When you tired and you start running into more problems, that is not a fun feeling. You be like, look, my best energy was in the beginning. Sometimes when my hair is waiting, I do sometimes add the extra oil. Just helps it a little more. Oops, gotta slow down. Helps it a little more to help detangle and loosen up any dirt on the hair. Okay. Noticing quite a bit of gunk knots in the back. Makes me wonder what's going on in the back. Of course, it's a different texture, but I think it's just because I didn't prep it as much as the front of my hair. I only prepped it once with the oil and water because I got tired and only did the front one day, and then I came back several days later and did the front and the back. So the front had a little bit more time to stretch. And stretching is very important, especially on the kinkier part of the hair. And allowing the oil to have time to saturate the hair, try, lubricate those knots so they just move right off these silky hair strands. That's one of the reasons I think I like oil, because when you have a silky hair texture, it's kind of easier for the knots to slide off them, I think, with oil. And then some people hair might just be better with water. It's because of the, like I said before, the texture. That's why when you watch other people's techniques, you got to absolutely pay attention to what your hair is telling you, because it might work for them, but not work for you. But sometimes something may work for you that you didn't think would work. So, the only way to get to the best thing for you is to try stuff and be open-minded. It absolutely can be discouraging sometimes when your hair just is not behaving like how you see other people's hair behaving. And you're like, why does my hair hate water and all this product on it? It may not be my hair. It could just be me. Like, I don't like how that felt. Oh my goodness. I pray the other side is easier. Okay. It's not that it's hard. It's just time consuming. We ain't trying to do no extra hour now. Okay. My hair has two different lengths in the same section. I always take my fingers and be very reluctant with the comb, so I'm not like dismissing the longer piece there and over and damaging the ends of the longer hair. Okay, I think there's a soft little knot here. Oh, this back part, I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. It's very knotty. I know it is a different texture and all that. It's just, man. Okay. Is it me or does it seem the back is more knotty than the front? I don't know. Sometimes the more it has that curl to it, the more room it has to knot. So the more you can stretch it, the more, even with these gunk knots, it will slide off the hair. The good thing is it's moving to the ends. I feel like the front of my hair had more knots toward the roots. But for some reason, the back of my hair has them more toward the ends. This is real time detangling natural hair. Now I'm just kind of trying to split it in half, trying to get some smaller pieces here. Almost there. You get excited like, oh, I'm almost on the last part. It's just funny when I look at all this shedded hair, like, really? Did I really just lose that much hair? You get tired when you start combing your hair like that. Like, remind myself from the bottom to the top. Okay. And this is why sometimes I be like, man, maybe if I broke my hair into two segments, like do half one day, half the next, or half one part. I was trying to do this in one day, 1 hour and a half. You just be like, man, you dread it each time. So I'm always thinking, how can I make this not so dreadful? See, that's that kinky side of my hair. And if you see me flunch up, that's just my back. Okay, let's see. Let me put a little oil. Gotta do a little knot dance. Take our time and move those hair strands one by one. If we can, there's room to allow the oil to help. The longer you allow the oil to sit, the better it'll work. In this case, I'm ready to go to bed. It's a big knot. Come off, one down. These two are tight, so guess what? It's not enough hair for me to worry about. Goodbye, conch knot. So then come back and there's more little thickness going on here. Wow, you can tell this is the thicker, kinkier side of my hair. Isn't really. There we go. Seemed like the knot came off good, better though. Okay. All right, we're getting there. All right. Jeez. It seems like sometimes it's aggravating to be combing your hair, getting all the shedded hair, then you touch it and you start finding more gunks and more little things you might have kind of missed. Now, this ain't the smallest of combs, you know. I've seen some people detangle their hair with fine tooth comb, rat tail combs. I don't get that deep with it. Yeah. This is enough for me to wash it, not have any knots when I'm done with this size comb here. I don't know what size it is, but it works. Of course, the smaller the comb, the more you're probably gonna have my back. Less reoccurring knots because you're really detangling it thoroughly, super thoroughly. But I'm definitely not doing that right now. Okay. See, I ran into something weird here. Do you ever notice when you do your hair, if you use combs or even water, and you think you detangled a section and then you find another knot? Am I the only one that's going through this? Because that is annoying as ever. Because I know I just combed this section. This is one or two hair strands. Let me see. Because I'm trying to see if I can just separate them. Because I do get a kick out of them sliding off the hair. Okay. Dang, I guess the back is just as thick as the front. In terms of how much hair I'm dealing with, I think I got one small section left. I'm just trying to get this hair out the way. And I also like twisting it because it helps the oils move through and keep it detangled. And these little hair strands will look for any opportunity to go haywire again. Gee. See, there's a little knot to the top. See, in this area up here. I hope this is the wider side. Ooh, this is where that crimp my neck is, back is. See if we can make it through. Wow. Let's show this side better. Next time I know to make sure I add a little more oil. Let that back sit before I come on here because it's like, whew, but this is the real deal, right? So what we go through. See if I can start detangling it. Yeah, I'm getting tired. I'm like, I don't feel like little sections. I want to get the roots a little bit. It's one of the most kinkiest areas. One of the good things about this area is the hair is thicker, so I feel like it doesn't really have as many knots as the silkier hair strands. Here it is. Now I'm going to put this into a braid. Wow, I don't know why I was surprised how much hair was back there. I don't know why I thought that was going to be smaller in the part. I don't know why I got 4 sections. All right, I'm going to add me more oil. Let that oil just loop up in it. I'm going to do this in the braid. You can see the back is all different lengths. You know, I'm getting tired. Pull that off. You don't want to pull your hair. You want to cut it. But look, this is real. You want to cut it off, not pull it off. Got real right there. All right. Now I'm trying to do this last side. I'm trying to push through. Can you imagine? If I wasn't recording this, I'd have been went to bed and been like, oh, I'm going to get to the back tomorrow. And then sometimes you got to do that. You know, sometimes because you might start damaging your hair, getting impatient with it. That's about to get on my last nerve. You know what? How about that? Now we got this section, and I'm so dreading it at this point. It's been an hour and a half now. Okay. See, this is what makes you dread it the next time because you just feel like, ugh. But the key is to keep it up so that once you wash your hair, do it the next week or week, 2 week. So then it won't be as bad when you're detangling it and dealing with it. This comes from going months without dealing with your hair. Don't get me wrong, I've been redoing my braids and putting product on it every so often, but ultimately your hair behaves so much better when it's on a decent regimen and it's, you know, really prepared for this process. The good thing about this, it is moisturized from bothering it a few days ago, or else it would have been a real nightmare. Okay, so let's see. Already feeling knots here. This looks like it's going to take just as much time. Oh my goodness. Just moving this oil, hoping that by the time I get to this top part, it'll be pretty easy. Which it wasn't hard the last one, but you know, your girl just tired. So when you're tired, everything feel hard. And I guarantee you, if I wasn't recording this video, I would have definitely stopped by now and just was like, I'll get to it tomorrow. Almost done. Almost done. This is my awkward side. You have certain parts of your hair where you kind of feel like this, the awkward side, for whatever reason, whether it's the arm that you're using. Okay, let's separate these without being lazy. Boy. Here's another coconut. Usually when I see these, I do tend to add more oil. As much as I feel like it has a lot of oil, because the oil helps to move the dirt. And the hair strands tend to just slide out a little better. See, you know, so that's just accumulation of dirt that's got some hair strands, and it's just not good. But if I get to a point, once again, where it's just locked in, and I don't really feel like playing with it with the oil, I just cut it off. It's already at the end of the hair with some shedded hair hanging on. And I don't think it's worth the time. Man, it's the awkward side. Man, that was weird. Okay, give up on that little section right now. It's getting on my nerve. Okay, let's try. Me and these clips, I don't even remember having two in my head. It's time to go to bed. All right, let me just hold something here. I think, oh, that's the good section. Okay. There's something about this really bottom section. It's just full of gunk now. I don't know, where is it from, taking showers or something? Or it seems like the back of the hair gets wet or something, and it ends up with these weird gunk knots. I call them gunk knots. It's like, what is this? I know it's dirt, but it's like, why is this all maybe in the back of my hair? Could probably be a number of things. Sweat. I feel like it's from getting in the shower, and maybe that part of the shower cap. I don't know. It's just annoying. I have to remember that next time. So when I start a section, start from the back. Because I personally want to start from the most annoying part, because if I don't have energy, I don't want to be bothered with the challenge and stuff when I ain't got no energy now. See, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting a little lazy because I ain't finished the tangling, but I'm ready to push that comb through. Well, I'm thankful that I have a YouTube to help me do this, because after 2 months, I'm just like, what is the problem? And the problem is this 2-hour time that it takes. I have to split this into at least 2 days next time. So I'm just teasing the comb to let some of them hairs that want to move, because I've touched it and I know it's not no real knots. I'm like, what's going on here? Helping to move the gunk knots down. Do it take y'all 2 hours to detangle if you have hair this length? Because I can only imagine girls with longer hair. It's too much. Okay. I mean, it's not so bad if you just split it up. Maybe in 2 days. As if you can. Because I know some people have to be places and they can't just cover their hair. You gotta make a whole event out of doing your doggone detangling. That's why people don't do it. I feel something here. What the world? What a pain in the butt that was. I ain't about to twist the whole thing because I know it's about to be retwisted. Man, the back of my hair is so much more kinkier and dry. Okay. Trying to get this little tangle. Yeah, I tend to get more tangles in the back of your hair. Got some gunk all on my hands. This is the kinkiest part. Whole different hair texture. We start small. And that's what I should be doing. But when you get tired, you start making bigger sections. You start moving that comb a lot more through that hair. Mm-hmm. The oil may be working. Much thicker. You can tell I'm ready to be done with this, honey. Don't want to be ripping your hair out. You gotta know what your hair can take. This is a thicker, stronger section of my hair, so you can take a little bit more faster, comb, because it's thicker and stronger, than the rest of my hair. The front part of my hair, which was seemed a little bit more silkier. This side is a lot more thick, so it's actually not so bad with the comb, but I'm running into these little knots, these little dirt knots. Okay, let's get them out of there. Let's go. You got to go. Okay. Notice as I move more toward the middle back, it gets shorter, but it has grown from the breakage, which I'm very thankful for. It's growing slower than the rest of my hair because, like I said, I have cut my back a couple times to be shorter, to kind of even out this. But it still manages to grow faster. I'm just throwing that in there. Twist to keep this separate. Neat and organized as possible. I think I forgot this little section here. It always get a little tricky when you move to this middle part. It's easy to overlook it when you get to that crown. We gotta make sure we especially get the kink side of that, because that section will kink up on you, honey. No joke. Okay. Okay, at this point, when I keep running into a jam, I gotta use those fingers. I was skipping that part. I think I'm getting sleepy. Oh, we're almost there, and this is a huge milestone for me. So thank you for everyone who's watching and liking my video. I appreciate you. Look at all them gunks just coming out. Look at that. Just hiding in the back. This is another example of preparation. Helps a lot with it. Ooh, they're coming loose though. The strands are removing. And the more shedded here. When you go 2 months, probably more than 2 months of not washing your hair, you're gonna run into some strange things, okay? That's okay. You live and learn. You keep on building that muscle to do your hair, even if it takes you 2 months, 3 months. And you don't give up on it, eventually you will build the muscle to get better. Might be slow, like me. I'm slow, but once I'm there, I'm there. And that's why I'm here right on live doing this, so that the ladies who might go through this type of stuff and think they're the only ones that struggle with this detangling process or finding time, especially when you're trying to show, look at that, how did I get this, how did I get all the way to the top like that? That's when you know I ain't playing. I'm like, oh, I'm almost done. I just get, you get a boy, how you get that second wind of energy, like, ooh, look at that, I'm almost done. But sometimes you got to be creative to get through this stuff, to stay natural. It ain't easy. Because when you say 2 hours to do what? But the reason I don't mind this 2 hours, and I see it getting shorter and shorter, because I'm going to get more clever with how to stretch my hair and keep it moisturized. It's wearing my hair in these 3-4 braids is so time saving. It saves me so much time through the weeks and months. That's why I forget about my hair. I've gotten so used to throwing on scarves and throwing on hats. I be wearing my scarves, honey, like it's a hairstyle, like it's a style. That I don't really mess with my hair, and I think that's why my temperament is less than it was before. But it's worth it, and that's what I'm gonna tell myself. You know, you might have to commit 2 hours if you can't do it in one day. Maybe just take 2 days, take three. Shoot, sneak in one section a day if you have to, and spend 30 minutes. But get it done and get it. I need to start getting it done more consistently because I think the more consistent I am, the quicker this will go for me. When you wait 2 months or whatever to do it, you're gonna kind of be back at square one of getting used to your hair. But if you do something every week or at least every 2 weeks, you start to get it starts getting easier and easier for you. And your hair will be more healthy and moisturized because you just washed it, so it won't be hard. And you already removed all the knots, so I'll be breezing right through it. So that's one thing I can only hope for to get better. Like right now, when I wash my hair tomorrow, I'm gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna wash my hair next Monday." And we can only hope. But we are creatures of habit. You want to do something all day, but unless you kind of really force yourself, like one thing that's been helping me is writing it on the calendar so I can actually visualize and see, wow, a week went by, it's that time. Now you got to make the decision to do it. One thing I think will help me is doing YouTube and making that commitment and just doing it, knowing that I'm also helping someone else too, and not just sitting in my room alone. Like imagine sitting in your room or your bathroom this time of night. I think it's like 12 a.m., about to be 1 a.m. Do you think I want to sit and do my hair? I don't think so. I would have ran right to my bed. So I give myself a lot of credit. Sometimes you got to pat yourself on the back. But if you don't get to washing and detangling it, because life does happen, you just put your hair in a protective style and it will still continue to thrive and grow. But ultimately, you want to have a clean scalp. It's not the hair that's the problem, it's the scalp with washing. The hair is perfectly fine, in my opinion, without being constantly washed. Because now it's in a very protected state. It's coated, it's strong. But when your scalp doesn't get clean, that's the problem. I think once a week is great. Every 2 weeks is too realistic. But once it starts getting past that, not the best. It's just, to me, going to lead to more issues. But to each his own. You got to do what's best for you. If you do nothing else, just moisturize and put protective styles, and you will see your hair still thrive. Moisturize with the correct products and pH. Put it in protective styles. Wrap your hair up at night, and you will still manage to get hair that grows and retain length. That's what I have done for a while. And I still manage to retain length. Of course, your hair will always be better the better your routine. But you have to, sometimes you got to crawl before you walk, right? And so I always believe something is better than nothing. Right, so now I'm putting my braid back in. And as you can see, this part of my hair is shorter, but it's much better than it used to be. It's growing. It's going to catch up because I'm going to let it catch up and slowly keep trimming it to be even eventually. But okay, so now at this point I do my last braid. This is detangled enough for me to wash it. And let's see when it can get awkward, but I don't know. Wait, I think I did it right. Okay, yay! We made it through the detangling enough to wash my hair and know that it won't run into any knots or a lot of shedded hair. Most of the shedded hair is out. And I thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Leave me your comments. Give me some of your advice. How do you get through your detangling process? Okay, what products are you using? Do you prefer dry detangling, wet detangling? What's some of your natural hair challenges? Are you natural? Do you go natural and stay natural? But, oh, normally I would have had my scarf on. Oh, I wouldn't wish I had it right next to me because I would show you how I wrap my hair at night, or if I was to wear it in a style. I think I might still do it. Hold on one second. Alright, if you made it this long to this video, I'm going to show you if I was going to wear my hair out. Like, say I wanted to go somewhere, I would take a scarf like this, right, with some type of cute design. Of course, put some moisture on your ends, try to do some with them ends. I would literally tie my hair like this, right? Make sure you hide the little braids so you don't look crazy, you know, get your ends looking cute. And try to smooth it out as much as possible. Little braid. And cover your ears, do what you do. I do that. Probably take my ear out or whatever because I'm about to wear this tonight. But the idea, you'll get the idea. And then I twist my back. Right? I'm going to twist it and I wrap it like it's a ponytail, okay? Now, right now, I'm tired, so it's probably not going to work. But you'll look like it's a ponytail. I grab one of these things. And I put it over it. Okay? But you want to make it look neater. But right now, I'm just doing it for this video. You grab you some cute little earrings, honey. Sometimes I wear these. Most times I probably wear more simple earrings. You do something. This one broke. I think I got these. Yeah, they broke. And, you know, I put my little lipstick on. And I be out, okay? I be out in these streets. And my hair is protected, slick them edges, okay? And I got so many cute little scarves. And I be getting a kick out of just having, you know, a pretty scarf on that I don't forget about my hair. Or I got a cute little hat. And trust me, this is cute. It works. If you have to wear your hair in a protective style, girl, don't sweat it. Just throw on some cute earrings. This is broke, okay? But get you some cute earrings, cute little scarf, put it on where it's shining, make it look like a little ponytail. You ain't got to wear no bonnet. No, you ain't got to put them bonnets on. You ain't even got to do all that extra African look, which I think is beautiful, but I don't know how to do that. I just wear my hair like this. Of course, I have two earrings on, not one. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do what you do. Let me know what you think. I'm going to sleep. I appreciate y'all being here with me. If you made it this long, you guys have a great day. Bye-bye. Whew, I'm going to sleep.